everyone, welcome back to another episode of Travel Tips with me, Jasmine. And for this week's episode, I'm gonna give you guys 5 top tips on how you can start traveling with your pet. So let's go. So yeah, let's move on to tip number 1. And tip number 1 is to do your research. The most important thing is to research the country's specific regulations before entering the country with your pet. This might even include mandatory vaccination, so make sure you're always aware of that, of the destination you're planning on traveling with your pet. Some countries even have quarantine periods for bringing your pet into the country, so do be prepared. And then we move to tip number 2, which is to pick a pet-friendly airline. Make sure to do your research as well on airlines. Some airlines are more pet friendly than others. Some of the best rated airlines for pet travel actually include Virgin Atlantic, Spirit Airlines, Frontier Airlines, Allegiant, or even JetBlue. That's only to name a couple of them. So traveling with animals is increasing every year, so chances are that finding a way to accommodate your pet won't be as difficult as you might think. And then we move to tip number 3, which is to consider the accommodation. Same as for countries or airlines, the accommodation also must be considered when traveling with your pet. The golden rule is to ask questions. Make sure 100% that your accommodation is fine with hosting your pet, as well as Airbnbs as well often have a pet friendly rating as well, which you can check before booking. Better safe than sorry. So make sure you let your travel mates know about your pet plans as well if you're traveling with others, just in case they have allergies as well. And then for tip number 4 is to make your pet feel like they're at home. When traveling with a pet, you want to make sure that you have some toys or items from home with you that are familiar to your pet, so they feel a lot more comfortable. Treat your pet like a small child when traveling. You want them to feel safe. So pack some food from home is also another great way to help your pet relax a little bit while they're traveling. And then for the last but not least, which is tip number 5, is to plan the activities. When you're traveling, you'll most likely have some plans for what to do on your trip, so make sure your pet is included in them as well. For example, going outdoors is a great way to have fun with your pet, so make sure your pet is also enjoying their time, which is important because I don't know, do you want to just be locked up in your room? Your pet probably doesn't want to be locked up in their room either. And that's all the 5 tips I have for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to also leave a like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment on what kind of video you would like to see next week. And as always, don't forget to check out JoinMyTrip.com to start traveling with friends you haven't met yet. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.